How often does a book arrive on Earth that could change the course of human history? As the Bible and the Quran have done, what new revelation could change how we see ourselves, our world and our destiny? What you hold in your hands is much more than a book. Life in the Universe is a revelation. Across 173 pages and 4,739 lines of text, this revelation details the interactions of civilizations in our region of space, the challenge of facing a non-human universe, and the spiritual dimensions of all intelligent life that has evolved since the beginning of time. How could any writer, thinker, scientist or philosopher claim to have any direct knowledge of these things? Setting aside speculation, the instruments of science and the pen pad of science fiction, what do we really know about life in the universe? In truth, very little. Like tribesmen looking out to the dim horizon beyond an isolated oceanic island, we know nothing about life beyond our shores. We look up to the stars, peering into the deep black of space, wondering who is out there. We simply do not know. And as this book will reveal, our unknowing is one of the great perils of our modern time. We build arrays of radio telescopes, hoping to hear messages from space. We hone our optical instruments, hoping to discover Earth-like worlds. But what if we are the ones to be discovered? What if contact with extraterrestrial life happens on our shores? And what if it happens on their terms, not on ours? History gives us a dire warning. It is the unfortunate position to be the race that is discovered, to be the natives of a new world. As some in the corridors of government and commerce are well aware, we have been discovered. Our encounter with extraterrestrial life is well underway. Contact has begun, but it is with a dark and self-serving intent, occurring without human consent or awareness. This is why you hold in your hands a book called Life in the Universe. This book is God's response to the great vulnerability of human civilization as it stands at the threshold of space. Can the tricky rate of scientific progress prepare us for our present encounter with life in the universe? For this, a new revelation is needed. Life in the universe is part of a vast education and preparation for humanity called the New Message. Over 9,000 pages in length, the New Message is a divine answer to the panoply of global problems facing humanity: destruction of our natural environment, depletion of Earth's energy and life-sustaining resources, escalating religious and political conflict and intervention by certain races in our region of space. If God speaks to the world at those times when humanity's needs are most pressing, then this might be the most justified moment in history for God to speak again. Life in the universe is the exact rendering of a revelation event. The 173 pages of this revelation were received over a 3-day period in 2008 by a man named Marshall V. Summers. After leaving his work as a teacher for the blind, Marshall embarked on a mysterious path of preparation that lasted over a quarter-century. Marshall has spent over 30 years in relative seclusion preparing to receive a new message for humanity, of which life in the universe is a part. The revelation event began the morning of May 11th. And by the afternoon of May 13th it was over. 11 hours of speech, separated by 2 nights, had etched onto digital tape the words of a revelation destined for the world. Within a few days, the original recordings were transcribed and then printed on simple paper. In these mere 11 hours, without revision, editing or the authoring of a single word, a book had arrived on Earth with the power to change the course of human awareness and understanding. The reader should be prepared for the experience of reading this book. Its message is uncompromisingly direct. It says what is, not what might be. And it challenges the many assumptions and fantasies about life in the universe that are commonplace and popular in human culture. What we might want out of this book, or out of the universe as a whole, seems left out entirely or flatly refuted. At times reading this book, you may find yourself experiencing something like astro-depression. How can the universe be this worldly? Where are the enlightened races, the stories of great empires, heroes, free energy and adventures in space? Why can't it be better than life here on Earth? It is natural for us to want these things, even to demand them from the last remaining frontier of existence. For all of human history, the universe remained comfortably unknown, allowing our fantasies and mythologies to grow and be untempered by reality. The universe became the canvas upon which we expressed our longings and our dissatisfaction with life here on Earth. Given our isolation in the universe, this is understandable. Yet now it is time to face the living universe. And doing this is a courageous act. Here we must be willing to venture beyond the comfort of our beliefs and assumptions and bravely look into a universe that we know little about. This is the great evolutionary step before us. The words of life in the universe are simple and unadorned. Its message can be blunt and to the point. This is especially true in Part 1, the reality. We might find some of its phrases awkward and wonder to ourselves why God doesn't speak more majestically, more perfectly, more spiritually. And yet perhaps this is what revelation really looks like. The biblical and Quranic texts we associate with revelation have passed through time, translation and the innumerable hands of followers, scholars and rulers. Do we know what original revelation is really like at the time it is given? Furthermore, we should keep in mind that life in the universe was not written to be read. It was spoken to be heard. It is a spoken document and has not been adjusted to the literary tastes of anyone. It is pure, untainted by any human hand or intellect, set down on paper exactly as the recorder captured it at the moment of revelation. While life in the universe may disappoint some of our expectations and open rain clouds upon the parade of human preferences and assumptions, it is nonetheless a beautiful revelation of breathtaking scope. It opens up a vast and panoramic vision of life on the grandest scale. It is truly a doorway into the living story of our universe. It is in the lineage of great messengers that my Father has brought to us something never before seen on Earth. Yet it is not only a social, moral or metaphysical need that has compelled God to speak again. Life in the universe has come to meet a greater human need, to restore our world, to unite the tribes of Earth, and to prepare for our emergence into the universe, the vast arena of life, which encompasses the other 99.999% of creation. It is in this new frontier of life that we must build our future. It is here that our success and survival will be determined. This is the greatest threshold we have ever faced. But we are not prepared. The education and preparation have been given. The doorway to life in the universe stands before us. No longer do we look through the keyhole, imagining what lies beyond. In our hands, we now have the key itself, a simple book, authored by no human on Earth, with the power to prepare humanity for our future and destiny in the universe. Join me in using this key to open the door to a new chapter in the human experience. Let us pass through together, leaving our assumptions and expectations at the door, and prepare for life amongst the greater community of worlds.